Hi everybody, my name is Susan Musto. Thank you, David, for having me talk about my trip to Alaska. I'm going to talk to you guys today about a train ride that I took with my husband Mike. We were in Skagway, Alaska, and we took a train that went all the way up this mountain pass where the gold rush used to be, and we took it all the way up into Canada. So it was a wooden train. It was a dark green color, and the windows were down, and the seats were all like wooden benches on either side. And when we were going up the pass, you could go take pictures by the windows, or you could even go outside to the back of the car where there was like an open area that had like a porch, and you could stand out there to get shots if you wanted. So I have a picture of my husband Mike getting on the train. This was like when we were in Skagway before we started going up the pass. And a lot of all the different stuff that we saw, like I took this from the back of the train, looking as the train was going around a bend so I could see the front of the train from around the corner. And a lot of the scenery that we saw were mountains. We saw a glacier too. We saw a couple waterfalls as we were going up the pass. I didn't see any bear. I was hoping I was going to see some wildlife, but we didn't see any. So, and there was like a big bridge that we went over in this big canyon, so you could see really far down below, which is a little bit scary, but it was still kind of cool. And when we got all the way to the top of the pass, we got out, and the Canadian people came and checked our passports, and we were technically in Canada at that point, British Columbia to be specific. And the guy who was our tour guide took us to the top of this like overpass kind of near where the train was, but it overlooked a whole valley, and it overlooked a river and the train tracks we had just come from. And he told us that once a day there's a steam engine that comes all the way from Skagway, and it's, I think, engine 73. And it only once a day comes up the pass, and he got us to a point where we would be able to see it as it was coming, and it was really, really cool to see, because you could see just the steam and the smoke puffing above the trees before the train actually came into view. So it was very pretty, and I was really glad that he suggested that we do that and see the train from that angle, the engine. So we did that, and that was neat. And then we took a tour up into the Yukon territory that day. We got on a bus, and we got to go see all the sled dogs that run in the Iditarod in Alaska. And at the end of the day, we came back to the train, and it took us down on the other side of the mountain, which is like the way that you go down the pass. So we got to see a lot of it wasn't the same scenery because you were like all the way on the other side of the mountain pass. So it was a different angle, but again, it was really pretty, and one of the nicest train rides I've ever been on in my life. And I'm so glad that we did it. I can't remember how long it took, maybe about, I want to say maybe an hour to get up the whole thing, and then another hour to get down at the end of the day. But I really enjoyed it, and it was an old train, and it was a great experience, and Alaska was just beautiful. So thanks so much for having me, David. Well, train fans, that concludes my interview of my experience on the Alaskan train. Please subscribe to Mr. Train Master, and have a great day.